morning to the Baba. Hello. Hello. Yeah. 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 Ooh, got your feet. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Oh no. Ugh. Ugh. Hello. Hello. Look at you. All round. Yeah. Yeah. Hello everyone, I started a decking project a little while ago. I was going to time lapse and record it and show how I did it, but unfortunately it's too much of a faff on my part just to get the camera set up every time, because I was doing hour here, hour there, get as much as done at once and then come back to it later. Anyway, we've had some rain, so I've not been able to finish off what I wanted to finish off. And we had a Ryobi tool break on the way through, so I'll show a clip of that in a minute. But basically, smoked my first Ryobi tool ever. Woohoo! She's burning. Yeah, kind of was expected. Running it on a 9 amp hour battery, you kind of don't get the sag, so you just kind of keep cutting, and obviously he's dead. Never mind. Get the brushless one next time, I think. You think where the shed is? I've decked 4.8 metres across the garden and back past the shed, so where it was all crazy paving, the dumping ground, it is still a dumping ground, because I've had to move stuff as I go, but I have thrown away, recycled quite a lot of the stuff. But there's a reason why I didn't really want to time lapse it, is because there's one thing that is laborious on the part of this project, and that is the amount of screws. We'll get a better shot here. So got an 8 foot by 8 foot section across the back and a 5 metre ish length across the front, and I've driven about 300 screws on my third pack of 150 odd. Screw after screw after screw after screw. You know, you get the idea. So you get the general idea. Lots and lots of screws, over 300, plus that of the frame. Anyway, I've got a couple of cuts to do, which I'll have to use on my new tool. I'll stand up. See this chamfered edge? I need to cut a slot across the entirety of the length, and for that I'm going to use my Ryobi 9 amp hour battery and the my brand new brushless 165mm, I can't remember, circular saw, which has the contacts to accept the high power battery, which is brilliant. So we're going to be doing that today or another day, depending on how I feel, because I'm worn out. But we've also got another surprise up our sleeve. Let's have a look around here. It's got something to do with that hatch. And this down here, this I have installed underneath here. It's not quite finished, I need to recover this. A 1,000 litre IBC container. And it still needs to be flushed out a few times properly before I use it for plants, I guess, because it was a disinfectant in there. Although it's probably good for the loo. And I've also installed a bilge pump, flex out, and a pipe which comes up here, which is unfinished obviously, and it comes up, out and down just for now. So it's all the pipe I had left, so I was just filtering it out because I dropped some plastic bits in there, so I was pumping it out to get plastic out the top into a little filter sock. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting some controls in. I've got a flex there to power it, but I want to switch on that so I can fill up a water butt up here, decorative one, or pump it up the other end of the garden for the loo flush system. So yeah, that's where I am. So I'll get the big camera out when I film that. So what I've achieved is a nice flat flush decking area, which is clean and clear, which not only serves the purpose as being nice and a feature of the house, it also hides or conceals rainwater storage for my loo flush system, or plants, because we've got plants down. Yeah, there's one set of plants. There's two sets of plants and succulents. Ooh, and an orange tree. All pretty. The Powerwall system has been running perfectly fine for the last few months. Obviously, been able to get much installation or updates out. Although I have printed off, I haven't got down here. I've got all the cell holders printed off for the next batch of 3 kilowatts, taking us up to 9. However, I've mucked about with the balance wires, because I actually joined all the balance wires together the other week, just to make sure that all cells were completely balanced together. And I have got an issue of one pair of packs somewhere along the lines are slightly lower than what they should be, so I'm trying to balance them back up manually by attaching leads, but that's not working to my advantage at the moment. So I have purchased something which I'm having trouble with. I'll do a video if I get time to bring them closer together, but that'll be for another day. Look at that, 132 kilowatt hours of solar PV in. I haven't got time to work out how much has actually come out of the batteries, but 132 kilowatts on 1200 watts panels. That's amazing. The loo flush system is up to 76,662 litres, so it's serving us well. I've also taken the opportunity to install an extra socket in here for off-grid use, and one in the cupboard there to plug the fridge in. However, my new 1000 watt inverter is not man enough to kickstart the fridge. However, due to the immense amount of junk that I've collected, I've not been able to run this into the permanent side of the off-grid radial, and it's currently out there on a flex to my cheap Chinese inverter. For now, as I say, I tried the new 1000 watt inverter on the fridge, but it wasn't man enough to start it up. However, I can make off-grid tea in the house now without going outside, providing the inverter's on. This makes me happy. Inverter. It does. So the prep machine works on the inverter, and the sterilizer works on the inverter. That's good for now. This means if we do get a power cut, I can run everything. That's a dumb load. It's just a resistor, isn't it? It's just heating up a little bit of water. That's just a heats up water and measures it, and of course the kettle is just a resistive element, so I can keep that plugged into the dumb inverter now, the dumb cheap Chinese square wave inverter that costs 30 quid, and I can keep this corner off grid as long as we use one item at a time, I guess. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm just upset that the fridge doesn't work on the pure sine inverter, which is in the shed. So I have to look towards getting a bigger inverter now, but of course without the money down to one wage, it's kind of difficult to set aside money for projects like this. So we might be waiting till next year to get the big inverter for the dishwasher, washing machine. Yeah,